Morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Great to be here with you on I cannot believe it's Thursday. Hey, man, it's a short week, bro. You're going to love it. It's been like a double week. This is an 8-day. I'm fully convinced there's nothing short about this week. And it's still not even over yet. So that's the general consensus around here today. But we'll talk about it and, get it out, all of that good stuff. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great for a guy that got up at 2 a.m. again.
Ugh.
It's twice this week. Benjamin R. Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. I hate the weeks where we have nothing but crap ups and no Padres wins to talk about, which was, of course, guaranteed yesterday, since no game today, which means no winning baseball to talk about Monday to Friday.
The whole week.
Tuesday to Friday
Yeah,
this week.
that's really a bummer. You like
to be fair, if we had a show on Monday, it also would have been a loss.
It also would have been a loss, yes, because
Good
they lost
God,
on Sunday.
you're
They lost
right.
on Sunday, so it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Yeah, four straight for the Friars. And at home, too, which is really what you hate. And you got the 500 record at Petco Park. And, that's the thing I look at and go, that's kind of a bummer, man, for a fan base that is absolutely rabid and packs that joint and cheers you guys on every night. What are they at home? 14 and no, that's not
15
right.
and 15.
15 and 15, something like that.
There. Yeah.
That's the tough part. And hey, listen, they're playing great on the road, but people go to Petco Park to watch them here and win here, and it's supposed to be a home field advantage. And it certainly doesn't look like
16
that.
and 16.
16 and 16. It doesn't look like that at this time. So, yeah, man, pretty bummed out. But Christopher Sanchez is a really good pitcher, obviously, and he showed it yesterday. But you had him. You had many opportunities to get him, and you didn't. And why should we be surprised by that? But we've got nothing but time. We're going to do a roundtable today to talk about some Padres baseball as well. Benjamin, how was your day yesterday?
It was fine. Had a little bit of a last-minute change in plans. I was going to Channel 10 to do my normal day. I knew I had the Padres game to cover, and I was looking for another story to cover. And I thought, well, they just named the World Cup roster. People in San Diego, we're into soccer now. Maybe I can find someone who can, talk coherently about the choices and who was snubbed and who was not on the team. So
you didn't even consin't calling me.
I did not consider
I didn't even get
calling
a text. Nothing. I was busy, but
I reached out to our buddies Darren Smith, Craig Elston. Didn't hear back from them right away. I said to Paulie, "You got Landon Donovan's number, right?" And Paulie says, "Yeah." So well, that would be perfect. Maybe I can get like a Zoom call with Landon Donovan, like U.S.
way better than me,
national team legend, San Diego ties. That would be perfect. So yeah, Paulie shot me over his number, and I sent out a text just as I was leaving here today. And, it's always a little uncomfortable to cold text someone, especially someone like Landon Donovan.
Sure.
But you got to do it. Paulie, you got to do it all the time. It's just part of the...
For me, I'm very much judgmental against anybody that's non-iPhone. Sorry. I know it's iPhone versus everyone else.
I'm with you.
But when I text somebody that I either texting them for the first time, just got their number, or it's been a long time, when it pops up green, I immediately go,
I'm blocked.
They blocked me, or they changed their number.
Yeah.
Because nobody goes from iPhone to Android.
Nope,
like that
never.
just never happens.
So you didn't tell me that part, but I sent the text.
I didn't do anything. I just said, I sent it over.
Yeah.
We haven't had Landon on the
it's
show
been a
in
while.
years.
And so I sent a text. It was green, but I sent him. I said, "Hey, Landon, Ben Higgins from ABC 10 and 97.3 The Fan. Trying to put together a story on the U.S. World Cup roster. Wondered if you'd be available for a quick Zoom today to share any thoughts that you had. Hope you're well." Just left it at that.
Very nice.
Didn't get a response right away. But then after about 10, 15 minutes, as we're walking out the building, I get a text back. "This is no longer Landon's number." Ooh, okay. Now I'm thinking, now what do I do? So I text back and I go, "Well, that's got to be tough for you. Thanks for letting me know."
No way.
It's like, that would be, everybody's probably dealt with having someone else's phone number at some point.
Did they
I
write
don't
you
really
back?
think I have, to be honest.
After that?
Yeah.
So here's the funny part. I figure that's the last I ever hear from them.
Right.
And for about 4 hours, it's nothing. And then I get a text at about 2:00 in the
Oh my
afternoon.
God.
From the same number, and it says, "Hey, if you ever need custom lighting for your home, let me know."
Yes. A, always B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Amazing.
So no longer is it Landon Donovan's number. It is now custom lighting if I ever need custom lighting for my home.
I don't know that he could have picked a wrong person to want custom lighting, Paulie. You might have bitten.
Well, we are still redoing our kitchen right now.
I might have bitten.
I could find some work for him.
Mrs. Woods loves her some custom lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
As it turned out, I had to end up anchoring the 4:00 news, so I scrapped the World Cup story and pivoted to anchoring in Padres yesterday. Had a mini emergency at work. Nothing like personally bad.
Right. Not for you.
No. Unfortunately, Kimberly had a cat emergency. Her cat was in the hospital. She was able to make it to work later, and she said, they said her cat looks like it's got diabetes, which she told me, that sounds awful. Says probably gonna have to give it insulin injections every day.
Why are you smiling?
I'm not smiling. It just seems like a lot of work.
For what?
You have to inject your cat every single day. I felt bad for her, for sure.
You don't. Number one.
I do.
Number
You
one.
don't.
You don't.
I do.
No,
I do.
Listen, we've been together 8 years. I know damn well what went through your mind. I know damn well what went through your mind. It's just a cat. Put it down and be done with this so that I don't have to anchor anymore.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say it. I know you didn't say it.
I didn't.
But I know you, Paulie.
She loves her cat. She absolutely loves her cat. It's part of the family.
All right. Let's play Ben's favorite game. Hey, Woodsy.
Yes.
True or false?
Okay.
About 7-8 months ago when I put my sweet Daphne down.
Yeah.
Did somebody in this room ask if they had a 2-for-1 special?
He did. He did. I believe he did make a joke about a 2-for-1 special because he wanted to murder one of his dogs. If I'm remembering correctly.
No, I'm not going to murder your dog. You can do that
on your own.
Yes.
Hey, since they're going to be at your house anyway, should I just drop her off and then you guys just knock it out? Don't sit in here and feign concern for that cat and its diabetes. I know you.
Sorry, I'm not a cat person. I'm allergic to cats.
I know you.
I really can't stand cats.
Him trying to be all sad about it.
It was the hardest part of my day.
It's such a joke.
It was the toughest part of my day. Like,
God.
I just can't. I can't do cats. I really can't.
God. I love cats, man. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them.
I don't have one. I want one.
Get one. Change your life.
We're getting the 2 dogs all settled in together, and then we would love to add a cat at some point. They're the best.
They're the greatest. They're the absolute greatest. I mean, I just couldn't. I have gone a full 180.
I always will need a dog, but as long as I have a dog, I'll be fine. But we do want to add a cat.
You know what's great is when I go eat at my favorite sushi restaurant. You know what's not there? A cat. You know what's great when I go to Vaughn's to do my grocery shopping amongst loose, open food. You know what's not there ever? A cat. Ever. Never once. There's a Labrador. There's a German Shepherd. Everywhere I go.
I saw a woman pushing a cat in a stroller out on a walk.
I am not cruel to animals, Jesus. I am not. I want to leave cats alone. I want them to leave me alone. Just go our separate ways.
Also dogs. Also any animals that are any sort of inconvenience to you at all.
I like dogs. I mean, yes, they can be a bit much at times. And I will joke about my dog sometimes being a bit much and getting into things that she shouldn't get into and leaving a mess on the floor all the time. But I love my dog. I could leave cats.
You are But him, I'll never forget the look in his eye, pretending. I even saw maybe a little fake tear bead up there inside of his eye. It's just it's so tough. It's going to be so tough for her. Knowing damn well he was like, A, why am I listening to this? B, I had to come into work early for this. And C, just put it down and be done with it. I know him. We all know him.
Yeah. He's like, I'll do it.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. You turn your head. Nobody's none the wiser, and this whole thing's over. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you. Well, that was an exciting day for you.
That's my day. That was my day on Thursday.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting.
How about your day? You had your first practice yesterday. You're very excited about your new travel ball team. You're laughing now.
Yeah. You know, your old pal Woodsy's been known to get himself into a pickle a time or two, right? Also, huge fan, guys, of maybe potentially biting off more than I can chew. So I started this team, and it's been cool. It's obviously kind of a dream, right? And it's, I'm reluctant to use travel ball because I think that comes with a certain connotation. This is brand new. This is like Sandlot fun, but also some development, et cetera, et cetera. So yesterday was my first practice, man. And I've got 15 kids, which is a little bit of an overkill, right? But I love them all. I love them. They're great kids. Some of my son's best friends, played with, against, all of it. So we show up to the field. Now, my wife, Hannah, has gone through hoops to put together this incredible binder, right? And
she is like a binder.
She's unreal, man.
Expert.
She's unreal. She's absolutely unreal. I couldn't have done this without her. And so we, months ago when we were putting this thing all,
look at the dividers, the labels.
Incredible. So here's
they're all laminated. That is an outstanding binder.
There's our insurance. We've got it all, dude. We really crossed all of the T's and dotted all the I's because you have to. You can't go into something like this willy-nilly. You're asking 15 sets of parents, trust me, trust us. We're going to take care of your kids. We're going to make them better. And we're just going to have a good time, right? And
all for the low price
of $0.
Of nothing.
$0.
You just want to do it because
I love baseball. That's why I'm doing it. I don't make a dime. I didn't ask for a dime. I don't want a dime. I do it because I love to coach and I love baseball. And I feel like, when you feel like, man, I was put here on the planet. I always felt like I was put on the planet to be a dad and to be a coach. And now that I've gotten the coaching bug, I'm like, that's it. This is what I'm doing everything I thought I would do. So we get the field permits, get everything, find a really great place, get the permits. We get it booked out, let the parents know, update the game changer so they can plan their lives, their summers. Got these certain dates booked. Show up to the field yesterday, about an hour early, as I always am. And I go, oh, there's some people playing. No problem. They're probably done after, right when we start at 5. Guy walks up to me, he goes, hey, because all my kids started rolling up for practice. We all got their bags and everyone's super excited. And they go, do you guys think that we have this field until 6? And I go, no, I got it at 5. And the guy's like, I don't think so. And I go, well,
binder.
And I'm cool. I'm cool as can be because I don't want any beef. And I said, here's the permit. I've got the permit laminated right here. Here's the date. And there's the time. So
looks pretty official.
It is very official because it's an actual permit. He goes, oh, my God, you're kidding. I go, no, I'm not. He goes, all right, let me make a phone call. So he goes, makes a phone call, comes back. He goes, all right. So what looks like happened is this field was put on this website for you to reserve, but it's all-stars. And our all-star coordinator booked this field from 4 to 6. And I said, okay. I said, but again, here's a reservation. Right here. And I said, not only today, but this day and this day and this day and this day and this. I got about 25.
So they took the reservation, but
they didn't know how to hold the reservation.
Right.
So, man, I go, all right, man, well, we're at an impasse here. And he said, there's another field about 100 yards down the road. It's open, I'm pretty sure. Would it be okay if you guys just went? And I go, dude, no problem. None whatsoever. And I said, give me your number and you take mine, and then we'll figure this out. You tell me what you guys have on the books. I'll tell you what I have, again, reserved and permitted, right? And he said, no problem. So we texted later on that night. Yeah, man, there's a ton of overlap. So I got emails out. We got phone calls scheduled. I don't know what I'm going to do. If I lose the field space, this is the most short-lived travel ball team in the history of the world. But again, I've got permits throughout the summer and into the fall, and it's there. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll tell you, it was extremely stressful, because the last thing you want to do is schedule a bunch of practices for a field you don't have.
Yeah.
And or get a lot of pushback, even though I'm permitted. So I'm in the chamber basically at this point. And field space here is, any coach will tell you, it's almost impossible. You'll see little pockets of teams practicing on playgrounds. And our flag football team once had to go practice at the beach because they got booted from a field. So you do what you have to do, but it's a 9U team. So if any coaches are listening and you're, North County and you want to scrimmage or you want to share a field and we'll scrimmage you guys, let me know. Just hit me up in the DMs because, I want to keep this thing going, man, because I think it's going to be really cool. The kids are extremely, extremely special to me. And I've coached a lot of them since T-ball. And so this is kind of the next iteration of it. And I'm just I'm so excited to get it going. This is just a little speed bump. We're going to handle it. We'll find a way. I'll find a parking lot if I have to, but it's just a huge headache, this stuff.
Well, first of all, I'll give you credit because sounds like it was very cordial. Mm-hmm. Which is not always the case.
No, it's not. With coaches, man.
Tempers can flare with coaches. You both have a bunch of kids right there.
Yep.
You're feeling stressed out at the moment. You just want a solution to present itself.
Yeah.
And it sounds like both of you guys kept your cool.
Very cool.
Kept your heads.
Yep.
You were flexible, but you still have a problem going forward.
I got a problem. Yeah. I got to practice on Saturday that I don't know if I can make. I got to practice next Tuesday that they're booked too, right? So I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want it to get contentious. I told my wife this morning, I go, look, I said, I've got some hardo in me. And I'm actively trying to tamp that hardo down. And the hardo move would have been, I don't care. Here's my permit. Get your kids and get out of here. I'm not
calling the cops.
I'm calling the cops, right? I'm not going to do that, right? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to embarrass the kids. I don't want those kids actually that were out on the field. They're working their ass off and they're right there in the middle of practice. So I'm not an idiot. I don't fight for the extra inning in Little League. We got 1 minute left. Let's start a new inning. I don't do that because I think it's hardo behavior. So I told her this morning, I go, you probably wish I was more forceful. I said, I'm not going to be, especially with youth sports. I'm just not going to be. There's enough of that going around. I don't really need to be that guy. But yeah, man, it's panic inducing right now. So that's part of the reason I got up at 2 a.m. with this on my mind of where are we going to play? What are we going to do? And it's really, really tough to find around here.
Next Tuesday, Padres are on the road.
Yep.
Let's call Eric Grupner, AJ Preller.
Petco Park.
See if you guys can use the field at Petco Park if no one's out there.
That would be great.
Get the permit.
Yeah.
Get the permit.
Laminate it.
What do you think Group Dog would charge me for a 2-hour practice? $75,000?
Nothing. Sure, on the house.
Be a nice place to practice.
It would be. It's a really nice field.
Actually, no, it's not. The bases are too big. It's too big. We need a shorter Little League.
It would challenge your players a little bit to extend themselves.
You'd be better off on the wiffle ball field in Gallagher Square.
Paulie, Benny, let's get those 8-year-olds on that 60-foot 6-inch mound and see what it looks like then.
That should be fun.
Hey, you guys thought you were hot S from 45, 46. Let's see how you do from 60. No, man, it's just so tough. The jockeying and the battling for field space, and it's so political, and that's just not who I am. I want to be on the field coaching, but kind of important part is you have to have the field. I have the permit, but I don't have the field.
I like the idea you suggested before the show. You might just have to take them to the beach, and practice at the beach.
Here's some
Top Gun style.
Here's some grounders, right? All right, here we go. Get one. Just boom, right into the ground. Just unbelievable. I will find
some Kenny Loggins on the cassette player and just get your players out there on the beach.
Yeah,
playing a little baseball.
I honestly don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm committed to it. There we go. All right, here we go. Luca, turn 2. Bro, you gotta get down. It's sand. It's not gonna it cannot get past you. This cannot happen. Put your shirt on. No, get out of the water.
Why are you so shiny and oily?
Yeah, get out of the water. Get out of the water. Why are you the only one wearing a shirt, Goose? Everybody else got their shirts on. I'm in hell with this.
Hey, Jackson,
how self-conscious was Anthony Edwards about that whole scene?
Did they make him do that?
I don't know.
Or was he like, I'm wearing a shirt, bro?
I am not cut like these other actors. I am not going to go out there and take my shirt off like Iceman and Slider and Maverick. I just can't do it.
Well, the only other alternative, and Hannah and I are considering it, we're going to plow through our corn at our home to build a baseball field. That's the only other thing. Is that we're going to go ahead and plow through most of our corn, and we're going to build a baseball field in our yard. No, let's put it this way. If I had a cornfield, I'd plow over it today. All right? That's how badly I want a field for these kids. If you build it, he will come and we'll have a place to practice. If you build it, you can practice. If you don't, you can't. Do you have a permit? I do. It doesn't matter. It's in a plastic sleeve. Too bad. Somebody else is on the field anyway. Fantastic. Fantastic. Kill me. Kill me dead. So there it is. 15 kids, by the way. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Now, the cool thing is you have
plenty of subs.
You have really good scrimmages. Like you can 8-on-7s legit. Like it's legit. You have the whole field basically covered. You have one dad out there on the left or whatever. And you look around, you're like, got us a whole team here, right? Problem's going to be, you get to the scrimmage, you're like, Coach, are you batting 15? I'll be like, yes, I am.
Bro,
yes,
when I coached freshman baseball, I was told by the varsity coach who ran the whole program, hey, freshman level, we pretty much want to keep every kid, if they have any baseball ability whatsoever, if they're not going to hurt themselves or anybody else, keep them. Kids develop from year to year.
Absolutely. Things change.
Their interests change. You never know. We don't want them to lose interest in the game. So I would have like 18 to 22 kids.
It's gnarly, man.
And that was, we're out there to win. It wasn't Little League, so I'm paid to win. And it's like, dude, I can't get 21 kids into a game. It was awful.
I take about 25 dudes with me when I go play a tournament, and nobody's ever come to me at the end and say I didn't get enough playing time, right? I've never had that. Now these parents, we'll see how it goes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. They're awesome people. But the kids even yesterday were like, you played shortstop last inning. I'm like, dude, we're just scrimmaging. Get out there and play left field. Have some fun. So they're still learning, and they're learning how to be good teammates. None of them are. They're learning how to have good sportsmanship. None of them do. These are the things that are the most important. Their attitude, their effort, all of that stuff is what I care about. But it's going to be really hard to teach in my cul-de-sac. Very hard to get 15 kids in my, all right, let's do home run derby again.
Here's what you do. Scout that all-star team. Find out a way to beat them. Go tell the coaches of the team they're going to play and get them eliminated quickly.
It's funny. I sat and watched for about 30 minutes. So I know all of Homeboy's signs now.
There you go.
He gave them all of his signs. I know also they're playing a team in Solana Beach this weekend.
All right. So there you go.
Solana Beach, you need me? I'm here for you in a little bit of an exchange of field space. So yeah, man, it was a bummer, but hey, man, we will persevere just like a true goat would, right? Just persevere through it, find a solution.
Goats seem like they're persistent animals, to be sure.
100%.
The Padres could be a little more persistent at the plate. We know why you're here. We will get into it. And yesterday's 3-0 loss to the Philadelphia Phillies, Padres swept for the first time this season, but we're trying to be professional. So Woods and I have come up with some fresh takes on the San Diego Padres that hopefully you haven't heard yet. Something a little bit different today. We'll get to that. We'll set the menu for the show. We'll get to our Padres Wrap-Up. All coming up next. Glad to have you with us on a Thursday morning, an epic roundtable Thursday morning. Uncle Teddy's going to be here later this morning with the whole crew. Looking forward to that. All coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, no athlete gets to the highest level alone. There's always a coach like Woods, always a strategy. Retirement shouldn't be any different. You need your coach. Trying to navigate market swings, inflation, healthcare costs on your own can be overwhelming, especially with everything changing so fast. That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors take the time to understand your goals, your risk tolerance, and your timeline. They're independent, so they're not locked into just one product or one approach. They've got you in mind. Everything is customized. Trajan Wealth local offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, and they work with people who want confidence, not constant worry. So if you've got an old 401k or investments you haven't looked at in some time, this is the nudge you need. Just call 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1, or take a few minutes online at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Better Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Here's what we've got on the menu for our Thursday edition of Ben and Woods. We'll get into our Padres Wrap-Up. Honestly, taken out of context, there's nothing particularly egregious about yesterday's game, losing to Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah.
Getting some
one game,
getting
like
some
all
chances against him. It's like, yeah, the balls didn't bounce your way quite right yesterday. But when you look at the whole homestand, you go, just more of the same.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
literally it's rinse
Exactly.
and repeat every single
That's
day.
the
You
thing.
win Monday, Tuesday, and then lose that game.
You go, fine.
No
Great,
problem.
great series.
Nobody's saying anything.
No one said anything
Not
at
a
all
word.
about
Not a
that
word.
game yesterday.
Even if you lost the series, if you had won one of them,
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
all kind of probably chalked
Hey,
yesterday
Phillies
up
are
to an L.
tough,
Like
right?
they're playing well, and he's one of the best pitchers in the
he's
National
on a
League.
historic run, one of the best in the last century
They said
of starting pitching.
yesterday was a weird one for me because I had tons of stuff to do to get ready for practice, and I was running errands, and I went to pick up Bo from school. So I listened to like 6 innings with Jesse, which was spectacular. It's when I'm feeling kind of like apathetic, Jesse helps me get back in. Not that Mud and Don aren't great, but Jesse, for some reason, I sit and I listen to Jesse waiting at school, and I feel better. And he's telling these funny stories, and he's talking about who was it that set the record before him? It was like
The Phillies, Grover, Cleveland, Alexander.
Yeah, over 100
1911.
years.
So he's telling these stories. I'm like, yeah, and Jesse, of course, in the way that he does it, he's like, yeah, he was 38 and 28 that year with 600 innings pitched or whatever it was, and you just sit there laughing. I'm laughing
he was
in the car.
born when Grover Cleveland was actually president, and that's why he was named Grover Cleveland Alexander.
It's crazy how good Jesse is at weaving that story, and so so I listened to most of the game. I got home for the last couple of innings, but yeah, man, it's rinse and repeat. It's more of the same. You can't put lipstick on a pig right now, and the Padres offense is truly a pig. Now, they're road warriors. They should absolutely crush in Washington, which, I guess you take the good with the bad, but you got to start winning some baseball games here.
They just have to start hitting.
You got to start hitting and start winning, because now Arizona has caught you. They caught you. You let them catch you. The Dodgers are running away with it, as we thought that they would. So, yeah, man, it's for a team that's what now, 7 games over 500?
Yeah, and
it's pretty dire.
Opponents matter. Padres beat up on the Rockies.
Yep.
They swept the Mariners, but now that the Giants are playing the Rockies, now that the Diamondbacks are playing the Giants and Rockies, and the Dodgers are playing the Rockies, and the Padres are playing the Phillies, who have been, 20-6 since Don Mattingly took over as manager. Yeah, the results look a little bit different. Opponents in baseball matter a lot, and the Padres have struggled against better teams lately. That's part of the equation. Coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, I'd like to at least get into a little bit. Had the first proposal offered by the Players Union to owners of the MLBPA. I mean, I don't think we're anywhere close to some sort of agreement.
Didn't understand a single word of what I read.
Bensplaining will be in effect. A little bensplaining on what players are asking for, and owners are looking and going, no chance at that. But that's how these things go. You got to have some proposals exchanged, and we had our first exchanging of proposals for a potential new collective bargaining agreement.
I read through Passan's piece and some of the bullet points, just like the nuggets on what they were talking about, and I go, yeah, sounds good. All right, let's go. Let's get this done.
It's absolutely exhausting, and it gives you instant tired head.
Yeah,
and then you read the comments, and you're like, we're dead. We're dead.
It's a tough, boring read usually, and I'm like, I have no idea what this stuff means.
Paulie's got a Throwback Thursday clip for us, and we've got San Diego County Fair tickets to give away today. I'll try to do those in the 7 o'clock hour. Don't do this. Then at 7:35, we'll be joined by our friend in-season Sammy Levitt. We'll talk some Padres baseball, but we also have to ask him about what happened during the post-game show yesterday. I don't know if he wants to talk about it, but there was an incident.
You're officially part of Ben. I mean, he always has been a part of Bentonwood since the day he got here, but now he's earned his wings.
Yes, this is what it sounded
this over.
like.
He was getting ready to toss to a break on the post-game show last night.
I will try to squeeze in a phone call or two before we flip things over to today's edition of Gwynn and Chris. Phone number is always 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. But excuse me, that was embarrassing.
Sound like the F word, if I'm being completely honest.
Hope nobody clips that. All right. Phillies win it 3-0.
You're welcome.
Against the Padres.
Oh, it got clipped.
Here on the Padres radio network.
The second you say, I hope nobody clips that. Please don't say that. You're dead. You're dead forever. Can I hear it?
I'm trying to think of what he was going to say. He was giving the phone number.
Was it a burp? Was it he said he had a frog.
Hiccup?
0973, 833-288-0973. But excuse me, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, as Jay-Z says, it's his impression of the Padres choking on offense. Sammy, welcome, buddy. You earned your stripes, pal.
Coming up in our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play some Real or Fake on a Throwback Thursday. We'll talk smart baseball with Eno Sarris. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And then we'll lead right into our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable, commercial-free from 9 to 10 with special guest Uncle Ted Leitner, going to join the panel this morning.
Let's go.
Talk Padres baseball. And honestly, it's Teddy's story time anytime he's here.
I legit thought about just texting Adam and being like, hey, man, I woke up at 2. I got a lot going on. Uncle Teddy's coming in. Do you need me?
If there was ever
a day,
Thursday.
do you need me there? Is it imperative that I'm there? Is this a hanging offense if I if I bow out
What's
today.
wrong?
Well, Adam, I'm so exhausted. I woke up at 2:00 like twice this week. I'm feeling burnt out. Do I have to be at the round table? It's Uncle Teddy. He's gonna carry the weight. Trust me.
Fine, but no wings, you fat, stupid.
You go straight to your car.
lazy.
You go straight to your car and leave.
I love
No
the
breadsticks.
The plan that was devised
no
last week was
carrots.
genius. We're all sitting there with just plates of food, and just Ted has the
Yes.
microphone, and we just get to
Yes.
eat while Ted regales us with his stories
He's
all
like-
hour.
Oh, that's crazy. Tell us about Jerry Colmingham. Just sucking down wings and celery, dipping it in blue cheese on my lap. Like, it's a perfect time for it.
Let's get to our Padres crap up, though. We can talk about what happened in yesterday's game, but it's kind of the same story as a lot of the other games on this homestand as well. If you watched it, you know.
If you listen to other shows, because we have a lot of fresh
We
takes
do have fresh
that are coming
takes, yes.
after this.
We'll give you some fresh takes.
You guys will love them.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego D5 northbound East J Street past the 163, no delays or backups. The 5 northbound to 8 interchange, you're at the limit. I'm Fonseca with San Diego traffic.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Save on family favorites when you shop at Vons or Albertsons. Signature Select whole frying chicken, drumsticks, or bone-in thighs value packs are 99 cents a pound with membership where applicable. And locally grown yellow nectarines are just $1.49 a pound with digital coupon on Vons or Albertsons.com.
It's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
Crap up.
with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the bump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end.
And Schwarber hits it hard on the ground right side, just between Sheets and Tatis into right field. Crawford's on his way home. The throw from Castellanos is not in time. An RBI single for Kyle Schwarber, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. Pitch coming, and Turner hits a bouncing ball to shortstop. Xander's got it, goes to second one, and that's all they'll get. Bogart's just a little bit of a hesitation. So a run will score as Sosa crosses the plate. It's 2-0. And Turner, maybe the fastest guy in all of baseball. Turner leading off, swings at the first pitch, sends one high and deep down the left field line towards the Western Metal building, and go off the top balcony as he did last night. This time more down the line, but the same result. And a solo homer makes it 3-0 here in the ninth. Alvarado delivers. Jackson swings, pops it up left side of the infield. Bohm backs up, and at the edge of the infield dirt makes the catch. The ball game is over. The Phillies come to Petco Park and sweep the series. The Padres are shut out twice in the 3 games, and this long homestand will come to an end with the Padres winning just 3 times in 9 games. Final score here this afternoon, the Phillies 3 and the Padres 0.
Tough 3 games. They're starting pitchers on a little bit of a roll right now, to say the least. Pretty darn good. We battled them, but just not quite good enough.
There's been a couple times during this streak where you guys haven't brought a runner in scoring position, that also the situation hitting like today. Is that, how much of a disappointment is that you're not getting like the productive outs?
Yeah, it's definitely a grind, for those guys offensively, and us, just not taking advantage of some of the opportunities that we did have. There's a little credit to their pitching, but also we've got to figure out a way to be better. We've got to figure out a way to be better in those situations. Runners in scoring position, we're searching for that big hit. Maybe sometimes we're trying to do it a little too much, but we got to stay within our approach and hit some line drives.
Yeah, you don't need to be a little bit better with runners in scoring position.
You got to be a lot better.
You need to be a lot better. Padres finished 3-6 on their 9-game homestand. And on that 9-game homestand, the Padres went, this is almost hard to believe. Padres went 2 for 45 with runners in scoring position.
It's not that hard to believe if you watch the games.
It is, because a bad hitting team doesn't get 45 runners in scoring position and that many chances.
That's true.
You have to be a pretty good team to give yourself that many chances. and then you completely shut it off when a runner gets to second or third.
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
man.
that's what makes it so crazy. You go 2 for 11 because you're just getting shut down every single day.
45.
1 for 15. You go 0 for 18. All of those things make sense. You're just a horrible offensive team. You have 45 chances with runners in scoring position. You've done something right to get the guys over there to second and third,
It's
and then
doubly
you
bad.
just completely shut off the faucet of offense as soon as they get there.
It makes it worse. It makes it worse. You look and you're like, 45 guys out there, 45 chances, and you came through twice.
And in the last 5 games, 0 for 32.
My word.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 5 straight days hitless with runners in scoring position. That's almost impossible to do, honestly.
Really? I mean, 24
for a Major League Baseball
24
team.
scoreless innings. I mean, we've seen it all.
24 scoreless innings is just 2 days. This is an entire homestand. This is 2 of those series combined.
9-game homestands don't come around that often either. Like you get 1, maybe 2 a year.
3 and 6, man.
And to just, that's not good.
And that's
supposed to be like home eating right there.
Time to eat.
We talked about how do the Padres win this game, and it was said, well, Walker Buehler is going to have to pitch really well. He did. For the first 5 innings, Walker Buehler outpitched Christopher Sanchez.
He did.
He really did. He was efficient.
Fewer Ks, but got the double play balls
through the Phillies quickly. They were rolling over. I mean, their offense looked pathetic against Walker Buehler. When they got a guy on, roll over into a double play. Buehler cruised through 5 innings. Padres had some chances, had some hits. I think a hit in every inning against Christopher Sanchez early. Jackson Merrill took some really good swings yesterday, had 2 hits. Fernando Tatis Jr. had 2 hits. Like, okay, some positive signs, yet they can't turn it into any runs still.
It's pretty baffling.
It is very baffling. Of course, Christopher Sanchez made history in that game, as you alluded to earlier, setting both the Philadelphia Phillies and the left-handed pitching modern records for scoreless innings. He's now at 44 2/3 innings and counting. So
crazy.
Not just the Padres, it's every team he's faced in the month of May.
What a month.
No one has scored against him. Joins Oral Hershiser as the only starting pitchers to go a complete month without giving up a run, which is impressive as well. And then, the Phillies in the 6th do what happens in baseball games. They got a single by Justin Crawford on a ball that I think, as Mud said, that was going to bounce if he didn't hit it, but he got into the outfield, and then Walker Buehler hit Sosa to put runners at first and second. So Craig Stammen had the decision to make. Only at 58 pitches, 59 pitches, but your bullpen is fresh. You got Adrian Morejon, who can get it up to 100, lefty on Kyle Schwarber. I think that's the right decision.
100%. Buehler said it too. Buehler goes, it's left on left, and he throws 100. Like, yeah, man, I was it was in the zone, but I said yesterday, you got to chase this win today. And the way that you chase the win.
And what you want to do is keep him on the ground, get a double play grounder, not the fast runner. He did, but it was on the ground right between the first and second baseman. And it ended up scoring the run and moving the runner over to third. You get Trey Turner to ground out, but he's too fast to double up. And just like that, they have 2 runs without really doing much of anything. But that was all they would need, of course, as the Padres go on to a 3-0 loss and, get swept for the first time all season.
Yeah, man. And we figured, on the Ben and Woods program, you guys need it. It's tough. You lay in bed at night after a loss and you think about what can I say tomorrow that will change people's minds, or not change their minds, or soothe their minds, or let them know it's going to be okay. And so we came up with some, fresh takes, because we learned that if you put echo on stuff, it makes it infinitely better. So here's the Ben and Woods fresh takes on the San Diego Padres. Hey, man, as soon as the offense gets going, this team's going to be firing on all cylinders. Right.
Exit velocity is good. They just need to get the launch angle up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm encouraged by what I saw from Manny yesterday. He almost hit 2 home runs.
True. Hey, at least the lack of offense isn't affecting other areas of game like base running and defense.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not going to get that upset about a game in May.
Jackson Merrill could just get his chase rate down. He's going to be fine.
Boom. Look at that. It instantly makes those takes fresh and make you feel better.
I've never heard those particular takes.
Correct.
That was
you got to do it a little differently from time to time.
It's a good.
This is This is a
Did
hard.
you hear me laughing on the Manny one? That I
Yeah.
couldn't. I almost couldn't control myself.
Yeah, we could hear the smile.
I mean, I'm encouraged by what I saw from Manny yesterday. He almost hit 2 home runs.
Did anyone not think that was a home run?
We all
mean,
did.
I mean, at the ballpark, watching
all
on
did.
television, 4th inning, Manny leans in, does his lean back. I mean, I'm going, that thing is way gone. I could tell it was in the air. It wasn't even a line drive. You're going, that doesn't have to get up. That is clearly a home run by Manny Machado.
Well,
and then he hit the one to center field, even better.
Yeah. What a play.
That one carried, I thought. I go, no, that's not going to get there. And then all of a sudden, oh, it is.
Yeah.
And what an
a play.
incredible play by Justin Crawford out there crashing into the wall to rob Manny in the 6th inning.
The things that were going well for this team the first 6 weeks are not going well for them anymore. They're just not. They did get incredibly lucky. We talked about it when it happened. They were getting incredibly lucky. Balls being thrown away, balls finding holes, and it's turned back the other way. And so you just have to figure out a way to try to get luck back on your side, but also you're going to need some skill because 2 for 45 with RISP is just not going to cut it, man. It's just not going to work.
It's getting harder to talk about this team on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
Because nothing has changed. There's not a lot of other concerns. Like if they started hitting, all of a sudden, what would be the biggest concern on this team?
Well, as many have pointed out, the minute they start mashing, the pitching's going off the cliff. I think everybody, the bullpen implodes. Everybody knows.
I don't think the bullpen's going to implode. I guess starting pitching, the depth of it is going to be a concern all year. Hopefully Nick Pivetta and Joe Musgrove come back at some point, but they have more than adequately done their job at this point. The defense has been good. Base running has been good. They don't throw games away. They're not beating themselves. They are getting beat by other pitchers every single day because they can't get runs across the plate. It's the same problem. We can't even talk about, hey, maybe if you just move this guy in the lineup.
Right.
There's no one to move anywhere.
No.
Because pretty much everybody is cold now.
Yep.
You've got nothing but guys who aren't coming through 1 to 9 in your lineup, and it just feels like there's no answer. And one thing I will ask on the roundtable today is, all right, is it time to make some sort of shake up move?
And what does
that look like? Exactly, Paulie. What does that even look like? Does someone get DFA'd? Do you bring someone up from the minors?
Do you fire Souza?
Right? Do you fire a coach? What do you do to shake things up a little bit?
I think DFA / a trade or whatever, I think that's much more of a shakeup than just firing the hitting coach.
Do you?
I think that shakes up the locker room.
They're like, crap, we just cost this guy's job. Maybe.
I could be completely wrong. I don't know that a hitting coach really means anything to any player. I don't know how much that really means to them. I think it's just a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if the problem is they're trying too hard and they're feeling the pressure, does that just make it worse? Like, here, you think you guys had it bad now you're costing guys jobs. Now you really need to feel more tense as you get up there because, the problems are mounting on each other. Or do you need to go the other way and just tell everybody, hey, everything is fine. Stop worrying about it so much. What's the actual problem for the Padres right now?
Offense.
Well, offense, yes. But what's causing the offensive problems? Is it?
Oh, I got it. Their inability to hit.
Right.
Their inability to swing at good pitches. Their inability to hit mistakes.
If they're out there 2 hours before the game, do they need to be out there 4 hours?
Yes,
or do they need to be out there 0 hours?
Right.
Like, which way do you go? More, less? Do you try to care more? Do you try to care less? What do you
hear
do?
it. You can hear it. You can hear it permeating the pressure. You can feel it. And you can feel it when Manny talks. You can feel it when Stammen talks now. Craig's he's not as all shucks as he was. He's a little bit more tense, right? A little bit.
He's feeling it.
He's feeling it a little bit.
Well, I mean, a week ago we were saying, hey, they're still up, 11 games over 500.
Yeah.
And it was, there's still 9 games above 500. Now it's, there's still 7 games above 500.
And the Diamondbacks have caught you.
Like, eventually it's going to be, hey, they're 2 games above 500 still. Like, that's just moving the goalposts further and further back.
That's right.
All right, we will come back when we return. Got some Throwback Thursday for you. The MLBPA makes a proposal to owners. We'll get to that and more coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. 44 and 2/3 straight scoreless innings by his starting pitching. It's really something for Christopher Sanchez. And I'm sure he's licking his chops at his next opportunity to take the mound.
San Diego Padres.
Which will be once again against the Padres in Philadelphia in their next road trip after they go to Washington. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They go to Philadelphia for 3 games, and we'll have to face Sanchez again. So, we've got that to look forward to coming up.
Well, at least he'll be top of mind for everyone.
Yeah, they got a bunch of looks at him
got so
already.
many good looks
Sure,
at
they're
him.
going to score a ton of runs against Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah.
But again, it's not failing against Christopher Sanchez that's the problem. It's the rest of the homestand not cashing in on opportunities. Going 2 for 45 with runners in scoring position. That is it's about an 0.46 average. If they hit about 200 with runners in scoring position, bad, probably win 2 or 3 more games on that homestand.
Yeah.
Like bad hitting with runners in scoring position would have been fine on that homestand. You just can't be historically abysmal at it, which is what the Padres were, unfortunately.
Yep.
All right, off day today. We've got our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable coming up at 9 o'clock. But we do have some other topics that we want to get to today, including had the first proposal from Major League Baseball players, the Players Association, to owners yesterday as they have started CBA negotiations ahead of the expiration of the current deal on December 1st. What we all think is coming is a lockout in the offseason, and we're hoping that, we don't miss baseball next spring into the regular season.
Better strap in for it, though, because it looks like that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're talking. That is definitely a good sign that, at least players and owners are sitting down, because you can't get anything if both sides are just going like, we see no hope, nothing's going to happen. Now, this first proposal from the players is going to be a non-starter for owners, almost certainly. You're going to ask for everything under the moon in your first proposal, and then you negotiate down from there. But according to Jeff Passan, he has gotten some details of what was being asked for, including, this is a big one, a competitive integrity tax. So as opposed to a competitive balance tax, which is the luxury tax, which is what you have to pay if you spend a lot of money, they want to tax teams that don't spend enough. $150 million is the minimum salary, essentially, that they are suggesting to teams. And if they go below that, well, they'll get taxed. So why would you ever go below that when you're just going to have to be paying money anyway? So basically, they're trying to establish a salary floor at $150 million per team.
Well, I'm just trying to think of like what that even looks like for some of the bottom feeder teams. Like if you're sitting at like 155 and then things don't go well and you end up DFAing a guy, or like something like that. Like if you drop below, do you have to then add salary or do you just pay the fine?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you're just a tick below it, it's probably just a very, very
kind of like how the
fine.
luxury tax
like the
is
luxury,
now.
If you're just a little bit over it, it's not a huge deal. Now, one of the other proposals is they have asked to increase the minimum salary, almost double it. Right now, the minimum is $780,000. They've asked for $1.5 million. There's no chance it's probably going that high. But again, you ask for the moon in your first
meet in the middle,
and you go down from there.
They're probably more like $1 million, but you're going to shoot for 1.5.
They want the first luxury tax level. So right now it's at $244 million is where the luxury tax kicks in. They want that to jump up to $300 million. So right now only like the Dodgers and the Mets would be, or a couple of teams would even be over the luxury tax as opposed to 7 or 8 teams. So that's those are some of the things that they're asking.
The players
for.
want that, so the team will spend more money and not have to be taxed.
Be taxed, exactly. So they feel free to spend more money without worrying about penalties for the luxury tax.
Jeff Passan sent this out Memorial Day. He said it's often used as a marker for what's real and what isn't in a baseball season. Something fascinating is happening this year. The best teams and worst teams in Major League Baseball are spending the exact same in aggregate. You had 5 teams, 200 million plus among the top 10, but only 3 in the bottom 10. Lower that threshold by 5 million, though. And the Red Sox, San Francisco Giants, New York Mets, Astros, and Tigers are spending a lot of money, and they're not winning a lot of ball games. But the Rays, the Guardians, and the Cardinals are all carrying sub-$100 million payrolls. So you're going to ask the Tampa Bay Rays, sub-100, to now go to 155 as a bottom?
You would be, yes. And, okay, that's true at Memorial Day. Are the Cardinals going to hold on where they are? The Rays just got swept by the Orioles. I think they're a good team, but ultimately we've seen a very direct correlation. The more you spend on your team, the better it's going to do. I don't think any amount of, talking around the problem is going to ever change that. The biggest spenders are always going to be the best teams. Yeah, there will be years where the Mets spend a ton and stink. There will be teams like the Guardians who don't spend much, but win their division, especially when the division is weak that year. But in the long run, that formula is never changing. The bigger spending teams will always win more money, and the players are trying to incentivize the smaller spending teams to spend more.
That's what I'm trying to work this all out in my head. Like I said, this is all like a foreign language to me, but if they're raising the floor and raising the ceiling, is anything really changing? Like right now it's 244 million and no floor, but if it moves up to 400 million and 150, you still have a $400+ million Mets or Dodgers team versus $150 million
Pirates team,
Rockies team or whatever. Like
that's still a huge disparity.
What are we
It's a very good point.
How is that?
The players don't remember. The players don't care that much about competitive balance. They just want to get paid.
They just want as much money as possible.
So their proposal
sounds like the fans get screwed there because now the prices are going to go up.
And again, no one really represents the fans in this argument.
Yeah, they're the only ones. We're the only ones that will get screwed on this.
But here's the second part of the proposal by the Players Association that does address some of those issues. They are looking for changes to the revenue sharing system. So it would distribute more money from local television revenue, but decrease the amount distributed from in-stadium revenue to incentivize teams that win and draw larger crowds. The thinking is teams that spend money and, fill their stadiums should keep more of that money because they're doing well. Teams that do well tend to draw more.
Sure.
What you can't control is your local TV. Like you could win 5 divisions in a row. You can't change your market size. There's no magic.
Right.
There's no Padres could win 10 World Series in a row. They're still never going to get a huge local TV deal.
Right.
But the Dodgers are always going to get massive billion-dollar deals. The Yankees and the Mets are going to get these billion-dollar deals. So the players say, we want more of that money from the big markets like New York and Los Angeles and Chicago to filter down to other teams who will then be incentivized to spend it because if they fill their stadiums, they will get to keep that. Now, if this comes into play, that would be great for the Padres, because they would get to keep more of their local revenues, which they're right near the top in baseball. Petco Park is filled, merch, food, concession, everything that if they get to keep more of that, that's good for the Padres. And if other teams like the Dodgers have to give up some of their massive local television advantage, that's also good for the San Diego Padres because they are one of the smaller teams when it comes to that money. So they might even be payees, like they might get money from the other big market teams in addition to keeping more of their revenues. Don't think that this is all, going to come into like all the other proposals, subject to a lot of negotiation from owners and players over the next few months. But that one in particular, to me, would be very beneficial to the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, it would. Our pal, Levitt, who's always very positive, says you got to get the Dodgers out of your head. They'll spend what they're going to spend. Other teams could afford to compete, but they refuse to spend. That is the problem. I agree with you. I absolutely agree that teams should spend more. But you're talking about a plus $600 million, 300, whatever it is. That's when you're plus 300 before the season kicks off. You haven't sold a Corona yet. You haven't sold a hot dog, nothing, a jersey, nothing, a ticket.
It hurts more.
That's tough.
It hurts more because of the National League West, the rivalry, the geographics, all that. But ultimately, the Dodgers are also the gold standard of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, of course.
Every team should be comparing and talking about how the Dodgers are doing things.
And try to emulate it.
They are
as
the gold standard. It sucks to hear. I get it. I don't like saying it, but it is the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Like the Tampa Bay Rays radio station should be talking about the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Like,
but the Tampa Bay Rays are also one of the gold standards in terms of how franchises are run. They win way more games than they ever should. They're a very well-run team,
But they don't.
but they can't draw fans,
and they don't
have a terrible stadium.
They don't win the big one, right? Like they're even now. You just mentioned the sweep. I was reading yesterday about their new, the new way that they're doing it. They're relying on Aranda and Cameo is the pop. The rest of the guys are dropping down bunts. They're fast. It's not sustainable. They're not going to score enough runs to win baseball games, and you're seeing it kind of fall away. If Aranda or Cameo, if they start to slump, like our big hitters are slumped, you're done.
The Rays are like the AJ
outs.
Preller of baseball teams. Like they're very good at identifying young talent and developing young talent, but until they have anything more than that on their resume, that's all they are.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, AJ Preller, nobody's saying he's the gold standard of president of baseball operations. I don't think, because he hasn't won a ring yet.
Hasn't won the big one. Got to win the big one, right?
He could be respected by everybody.
All the narratives go away if you win the World Series. They all do.
I mean, baseball
until the next year at least.
Baseball's weird. Billy Beane was always considered the best executive in baseball. Never won the big one.
Never won, yeah.
When he was doing it, but
did the most with the less.
He did a lot with limited resources, and then the playoffs have a bit of a crapshoot, element to it that you can't control. You could be the smartest team in baseball. You can't always control what happens in a short 5-game series,
Billy
a 3-game
Beane
series.
Like you said, he was revered, but he never won it. And then, he gets the job offer by who? Dave Dombrowski, who is like the best executive in baseball, or one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, because they won.
Yep.
Because he has rings.
Ring.
He has ring. Yeah. Single ring. Let's play our Throwback Thursday clip. Paulie's got it for us. Take us back in the Wayback Machine on a Thursday here, Paulie.
Yeah, I love when Ben gets scolded. And
he rarely makes mistakes.
I especially love when a listener unexpectedly scolds Ben. This was 4 or 5 years ago. We had the voicemail line still going, and I remember vaguely, I had been sitting on this voicemail because I knew we were going to be talking about the subject at some point in the show.
Good job by Brock Ungricht, the new first-year head coach of the USD Toreros. And their player there, the catcher, Caleb Ricketts, hit 5 home runs in 4 games.
Good.
In the WCC tournament.
God,
Who's the USD head coach?
Brock Ungricht.
Okay.
Ungricht.
I'm glad you clarified that. Here's that voicemail.
Good evening. This is Gary Ungricht. I just saw Ben Higgins' sports report Monday evening.
Oh, no.
On Channel 10 Memorial Day.
Paul, why would you do this?
And Ben, I just wanted to help you out here. My nephew, Brock Ungricht, as you well know, is the head coach of USD Baseball, who just won their conference championship. It would sure be nice if you pronounced our surname the right way. It is pronounced Ungricht.
I'm dying.
The T is silent.
The T is silent.
If you could correct your mistakes in the future when you mention his name, the family would sure appreciate it.
So you're a dead man.
Thank you very much. My phone number is...
Yeah, we don't need it. I need your phone number. We got the message. Got the gist of it.
Again, this is Brock's uncle. Thank you for the report. It was very nice. Looking forward to future telecasts from you and on the radio. Have a good Memorial Day. Thanks.
The family would sure appreciate it.
I'm speechless.
It's incredible.
Is your T silent? Are you Seven Woods?
Seven
What's the T silent?
Ungricht.
The T is silent.
What did you say? Ungricht?
Ungricht. I thought the T was pronounced.
Ungricht.
Pretend there's no T there.
I can't.
I'm sorry, Uncle Ungricht.
I don't believe what I just heard. Paulie's laughing like, here's the thing. You didn't tell Ben this was happening.
No, we get some highlights of the games, and I run them all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure Braden out there, he's called some games. I'm sure he knew it, and I didn't. But I see the highlights. But it's not like they're talking about the manager's name all the time.
Right.
And I've never heard it pronounced, I guess.
Ungricht.
Obviously.
And Ben, I just wanted to help you out here. My nephew, Brock Ungricht, as you well know, is the head coach of USD Baseball, who just won their conference championship. It would sure be nice if you pronounced our surname the right way. It is pronounced Ungricht.
Ungricht.
Jesus,
Ben. The T is silent.
And if you could correct your mistakes in the future when you mention his name.
Oh, God.
The family would sure appreciate it.
Imagine the Ungerich family sitting around MFing Ben Higgins.
This stupid bastard. I can't believe him.
That made me.
Brock is
the
really
best.
great dude and a tier 1. And I've loved getting to know him a little bit better over the last few years and getting to know how to correctly pronounce his last name.
You know,
Ungerich.
If Brock was a real tier 1, he would let the Encinitas Goats come practice at his field a few times a week.
Got a nice one, Fowler Park.
Let's
very nice field.
Well, let's put it to the test. I tell all the parents, guys, we're heading down to Linda Vista twice a week.
Same thing, 60-foot bases.
Damn it, Paul, you're right. Field's too big.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It happens.
All right, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, don't do this. And we have one of the SEC athletic directors getting a little oversensitive about the schedule that came out. I think this is a pretty good one. We'll get to that and more. Nice moment for Jesse Agler and the Padres yesterday as well.
And how about a little shout out to his family?
Yeah, sounds good. Or not so good, I guess, for that
Sounds
family.
good. Don't worry. Okay. It's not an animal. It's a real human being. So nothing to get excited about. No one's hurting or killing an animal.
Don't do this. Coming up next, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
It sounds like a good idea to include that in our next segment. Not that
sounds good.
It's good that someone has passed away. And
hey,
I
just lost.
Shout out.
I lost this huge hand at blackjack. Sounds good to me.
Hey, if you're having a good time, that's all that matters. You're going to have a good time at 7 Mile Casino because it's almost impossible not to have a good time at 7 Mile Casino. It's San Diego's best, closest card room, and if you haven't checked it out today, you need to check it out.
That's exactly right. Best part, just 7 minutes from downtown. You know, the fellas they're out now. They're on a road trip, but still just 7 minutes from Petco Park. If you're down in that area, you can go sit down, play some California style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, and some baccarat.
So I got Robin Cito in our chat. Day off. I'm now headed to 7 Mile Casino for poker. Advertising works.
Let's go.
Hey, it's genuine. We feel this way about 7 Mile Casino. You will too when you walk in. It's an amazing place. Have a great meal at Sammy's at 7 Mile. Enjoy the patio. Enjoy the views. Enjoy the lack of walking through a long parking lot and finding your way to the back of a dark casino when you've got a light casino filled with windows to play cards in. At 7 Mile Casino, it's just 7 minutes from downtown.
and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We will be giving away San Diego County Fair tickets at the end of DDT, cross my heart. And then Sammy Levitt will join us at the bottom of the hour to answer for his crimes.
Yeah, what was that?
What was that, Sammy? We will talk to him coming up at the bottom of the hour. First, though, Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie.
7-3. But excuse me.
It's not DDT. It's okay. That's brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right, I will start in college football. Yesterday, a lot of announcements around the sport with TV times, start times, dates. San Diego State has their full schedule. Looks like every game's going to be on over-the-air television, USA Network, CW, CBS Sports. They've got different partners with the new Pac-12, but every game's going to be available. The Big East also got their TV schedules for their ESPN and their network games, and one athletic director in particular was very unhappy. Hunter Yurachek from Arkansas.
Are you sure you said that right?
I'm not.
Okay.
It's possible that there's some silent letters in there, but I'm pretty sure it's Hunter Yurachek. He sent a strongly worded letter to, I'm not sure exactly who, just to put it out there in the universe. He said, I am extremely concerned and displeased about the recently released kickoff times for our football program in consecutive weeks this September and the impact it will have on the well-being of our student athletes. ESPN has set our game time at Utah for 9:15 p.m. Central Time on September 12th. We anticipate returning to campus approximately 6 a.m. on Sunday, September 13th, followed by an 11 a.m. home kickoff against Georgia just 6 days later on September 19th. This assigned schedule will cost our student athletes nearly a full day of rest and recovery that they would have otherwise had available to them. This is not simply a competitive disadvantage. It's a genuine welfare issue. This type of scheduling is unacceptable, demonstrates a clear neglect for the well-being of college athletes. Okay, so they're playing a 7 o'clock game essentially in Salt Lake City.
Right.
And then a week later on the next Saturday, they're playing a day game at 11 a.m.
Doesn't seem that egregious.
It's not like they've asked them to play on
back to back.
Wednesday morning.
And then a Saturday.
And then a Saturday.
And then
or
go ahead
something.
and play on Monday.
So you've got a night game followed by a day game a week later. This is not uncommon in any sport whatsoever.
It's really not.
To play a night game followed by a day game a week later.
If they're saying they're going to land at 6 a.m. the following morning, from a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Right.
Okay, so that 11 a.m., if it was 11 or noon or whatever, that means they're still getting home at like midnight. They're like, you're kind of screwed on that first night anyway.
Right.
Whether you sleep on the plane over the middle of the night or land at midnight and get back to your apartment at 2 in the morning, what does it really matter?
He's just going to sleep Sunday anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, was the coach expecting to have an early practice on Sunday when they got back? I just don't know why this requires a strongly worded letter. Every team is going to have to play a night game one week,
and then
followed by a day
game
game the next week.
100%.
This is incredibly routine in the world of college football and honestly any sport whatsoever.
He's kind of a putz anyway. You're a check, so there you go.
know.
This was one that actually hit close to home. Weirdly enough, Bob Horner, Braves third baseman, passed away at I think 68 years old. Is that right?
Yeah,
He
wasn't that old.
68 years old. The first overall pick in the 1978 draft. This is pretty interesting. Do you know that at one point in his career, Ted Turner tried to send him down to the minors. He had off to a rough start, hitting like 054, and Bob Horner goes, "No."
Ooh.
Ted Turner, the owner, was like, "You're going to the minors." He's like, "I'm not." Well, you need to go. I'm not going. Everyone told me you're just being Ted and acting crazy. I'm not going. I'm willing to sit out as long as you need to trade me. Ted, just back the owner into a corner. He's like, "Fine, you don't have to go down to the minors." I was like, literally like dealing with your kid. You know what? Fine. Take your iPad. Take it. You're going to pitch a fit about it.
Is this how you're dealing with Adam from now on?
Yeah, that's how I'm dealing with Adam from now on. But crazy. 10 days after being drafted, he made his Major League Baseball debut. He homered off of Burt Blyleven, blasted 23 home runs in 89 games, won Rookie of the Year honors over Ozzie Smith by 4 votes. Pretty legendary. Hit 4 home runs in a game. But
one of those players that, for some reason, like our age, because all those games were on TBS, you just remember seeing a lot of Bob Horner and the Braves.
Bushy
with the big
blonde hair.
Kind of like Randy Jones kind of style hair.
So he moved to DFW after his career, and my pops used to play golf with him all the time, was like devastated when he heard this news and hadn't seen him in a while because they moved, but thought we would do it the way that we do it here on Ben and Woods. Another Braves legend, by the way, passing away this year. They've lost some really, really big ones.
Yeah.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Come as no surprise, Ben, he was also a really good golfer.
Yeah,
They
I'm sure
usually
Gary
are.
wasn't playing with bad golfers.
Not back then, man. Whew. But yeah, he is notorious. Yeah, remember him in the Padres brawl? Champ Summers was trying to go get into the dugout to go get Pascual Perez, and Bob Horner, who was injured at the time, was standing right there.
Right.
Yeah. So, having to defend Pascual Perez in that day must have been very, very difficult.
Yes.
But he'll be missed.
All right, finally, a little do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
And you know what? Credit to our friend Jesse Agler, Joe Musgrove, Mary Lou's Cook, and the San Diego Padres. End of a very long homestand. They did something very cool yesterday prior to the game. And in celebration of Mental Health Awareness Month, the Padres, Major League Baseball, and EverFi hosted an Understanding Mental Wellness panel for more than 70 high school students from O'Farrell Charter School.
Excellent.
Jesse moderated the panel. Joe spoke. Mary Lou's Cook was there. And they had people and panelists sharing their personal stories and experiences in hopes that the students will leave with a better understanding about the importance of mental wellness. And I know that's always a big topic for Woods.
Yep.
Big believer in mental health and therapy. And it's good to see the San Diego Padres supporting the cause and our Jesse Agler taking part in it yesterday with, on a game day. It's like, we've got to travel. We've got to do a lot of stuff, but took some time out to do this with the Padres yesterday.
Yeah, I loved it. Saw the reel of it and everything. Very, very happy that they did that.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, when we come back, we will join by our friend Sam Levitt. In-season Sammy is going to join us, get his thoughts on the 9-game homestand that just concluded. I'm sure he is more than happy to get a day off from the Eco Water SoCal Padres pregame show.
Oh, yeah, those are rough weeks, man.
Today. Of course, he'll be back at it tomorrow when the Padres visit the Washington Nationals, but he'll check in with us. Coming up next. Hopefully he got that frog out of his throat.
Excuse me.
One of my favorites. It's a new all-timer.
Maybe like a quarterback, like calling out signals. Hike.
Incredible.
Blue 32. Blue 32. Hike.
He is. He's going to kill us.
I know.
For that.
Sammy. Are you ready for Sammy coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I have an apology to make.
Yeah, you crossed your heart.
First, though, Eno Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Crossed my heart, said I give away the San Diego County Fair tickets, and then I forgot.
Can't do it now.
And I can't do it now because we have a guest on the phone line, so the phones are tied up. We will give them away right after we talk to Sam Levitt. Was I distracted by the frog in Sam's throat? Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly a little bit. And if he was hoping that no one noticed and no one clipped it, well.
0973. But, excuse me.
We will talk with Sammy Levitt about what exactly happened on
Sammy,
the postgame
we
show.
hear everything.
We hear everything.
Coming up after
a
check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
National City at the 805 northbound from the 54 interchange. We have slow-go traffic past the 94. 805 northbound at El Cajon Boulevard. It should clear up for your morning drive. I'm Fonseca with traffic.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Save on family favorites when you shop at Vons or Albertsons. Signature Select whole frying chicken, drumsticks, or bone-in thighs value packs are 99 cents a pound with membership where applicable. And locally grown yellow nectarines are just $1.49 a pound with digital coupon on Vons or Albertsons.com.
And joining us now on our SDCCU fan hotline, it's not Big Bank Banking, it is Better, the host of our Padres pre- and post-game shows, Sam Levitt here on 97.3 The Fan. You okay, Sammy?
Yeah, I'm fine. It was maybe it was that fifth inning press box hot dog coming back up.
Yeah. Those can get you.
It'll get you. It'll get you. I love it.
Got to be careful. Got to be careful. I don't know what happened. That was a weird one too. It was very dramatic. I mean, it was a weird sound. That was not like what we know how this works on radio, and I know you guys have done it before. Every once in a while, you have sort of something weird come out of your mouth. But that was an especially bad one. It was loud. It was weird. I needed a second to recover. It was particularly bad. Yeah.
Well, as soon as you said, I hope no one clips this, someone clipped it and sent it to Paulie immediately. So, I mean, it's almost code for please clip this. And Ben and Woods will play it in the morning. We had the Tony Gwynn Jr. alien voice.
My
that
stomach
time.
noise,
Your stomach.
or whatever that was.
Yeah.
They live on forever.
They live
Sam.
forever. It's great. Now you've been immortalized in Ben and Woods.
Yeah,
lore.
you know what? I heard when you played Tony's one. Yeah, that was an interesting one too. Where it was like, what was that?
Hang on, I want to play Tony's one more time for
it.
anybody that missed it. This was like December.
However it goes, they've had a ton of success. I don't think, though,
it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
That was unbelievable. His entire voice changed. Just like that.
It takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
It's like a different human.
That's a different person entirely.
Man. It's incredible.
It does happen.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah.
And we're not mocking you. We are, but
no,
we're doing
look,
in jest.
When you talk on air as much as we do, some weird stuff happens with your voice. It does. I mean, you got a frog in your throat. You have it come out really, really weird. I've bit on my tongue before, where I'm like, oh, that was weird. Yeah, I've bit on my tongue mid-word. I mean, so yeah, you get weird stuff. I'm surprised. But you know what? I feel like, you watch like the big time TV broadcast. I don't know. You feel like you don't see those people mess up. So I don't know. Maybe it's just us, but happens to me. For sure.
Sammy, your thoughts on the 9-game homestand? Obviously, it's just frustrating when the Padres fill the seats at Petco Park and have now a 500 record at home this season. They're just not playing their best baseball in front of the home fans.
Well, I think there's nothing that feels more frustrating or looks worse in baseball in general than a team that is struggling to score. And that is undoubtedly what you have here right now. I mean, I guess the silver lining would be at least they're creating opportunities.
Yeah.
They're obviously not coming through in those opportunities. And yeah, it was not a good homestand. I mean, even, forget the offense for a second. Had they gone 5-4 and the offensive numbers were what they were, guess what? We'd probably be waking up this morning and saying, man, they keep finding a way despite this offense not not producing at the level you want them to produce, but it does feel like these last 4 games in this homestand in particular, and Manny Machado referred to it yesterday. It does feel like it's starting to catch up with them more. And I think part of that also is that you have guys that have been so good that have cooled off quite a bit, like a Miguel Andujar. Ty France, is not hitting the ball quite as well as he was. Castellanos is in the midst of an offer and so on. So it puts more pressure on the big-time guys to produce, not only in general, but in these big spots. And we certainly saw, the other day when, Manny had all those at-bats with runners in scoring position, they needed I'm not trying to single out Manny, but to use it as an example, hey, you need your guys to come through in spots like that when they get those kinds of opportunities over and over, and it could have changed the game. So I think it's getting magnified now with some of these, other guys not playing quite as well as they were. And, hey, it's not like the Phillies came in here, guys, and, just were an offensive juggernaut. I mean, all these games were winnable, but it's very hard to win games when you're having such trouble producing runs, and that's what the Phillies series felt like, unfortunately.
Yeah, talking to Sammy Levitt here on Ben and Woods this morning, I just saw a tweet that said the Padres are 17th with runners in scoring position. So obviously they're in the midst of a bad stretch. They're not. It's one of the offensive categories. They're not the worst in baseball. In most of the other ones, they are. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that's so hard to quantify because Ben made the point too. 45 chances in how many games? 9 games, 45 chances. You only came through twice. 45 runners in scoring position is hard to do.
I hate to tell you this. I think Ben cut him one short. I have 2 for 46.
46.
Well, they had a late one yesterday. It was 0 for 8 yesterday, and I believe it was 2 for 38 coming in.
Good.
That's what I have.
Is
I could
5
be
a
wrong.
game? 5 runners in scoring position? Like, where is that average? Is that good? Is that not good?
9? What is that? 40?
9.
No, I mean
45.
That's not a huge number. I mean, you should be able to get 7 to 10 chances, I would say, per game as
So
a
if
decent
they were averaging
offense.
5, it doesn't sound as good as maybe we're making it.
Fair.
Yeah, they had a couple games where they had like an 0 for 2, one of those games for sure. They definitely
also not good.
Right. Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah.
It's all bad. I mean, there's no way to bright side a 2 for 47 or whatever.
But my point, Sammy, was if the Padres hit 200 with runners in scoring position, which would still be worst in the league, they probably win 2 or maybe even 3 more of those games on the homestand, because that's another 7, 8, 9 runs they probably score. So you don't have to be amazing to get it done. They just have to be not historically bad, and they'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you have a homestand where you were that rough with runners in scoring position, it's almost a miracle that it was 3 and 6. I mean, mean, you look at some of the wins they had against the A's. I mean, keep in mind, against the A's, they won that game 2-0 on Saturday. I believe that was the day. I don't have it written down here, but I believe that was the day where they went 0 for 2 with runners in scoring. Don't quote me on that, but that was the game where they had the hit by pitch of Tatis to score the run. They had the ground out by France, and they won 2-0. Remember that game? Yep. That was Giolito on the mound Saturday. So I think that might have been 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to look at my scorecard real quick. But the point is, they won it 2-0, and they scored the 2 runs on a hit by pitch and a ground out, and they still won the game. And look, I will maintain this despite the offensive struggles. And I think the part that scares you right now is that, hey, and people get on me. I know they get on you for saying it's early. It's no longer early. Yeah, I mean, we're a third of the way through the season, and there just has been no real sign of this offense turning it into a higher gear. For as much as you want to believe, Manny's not going to hit under 200. Jackson's not going to hit under 200. Toddy's not going to finish the year with 0 home runs. There's no way around it. It is no longer early. So yeah, you're getting a little concerned of, man, is this going to start turning around at some point too? But I will maintain this, and I do think this is still sort of the formula for this team. They do continue to show you that if they can just A, have a lead, or B, be tied or beat right in the game as you get to the later innings, and you've got that bullpen ready to fire, I mean, that's your recipe. I mean, you're not losing many games right now when you have a lead. You just got to give this bullpen a lead. It sounds simple enough. So, look, the bullpen continues and top to bottom. I mean, take a look even in these losses, what the bullpen's doing. It's remarkable what these guys continue to do, and they keep games close. And, the starting pitching has been serviceable. Buehler comes out, gives you a good outing yesterday, and he's been relatively good lately. Giolito, even though, probably hasn't been at his best, has been solid. So, you just got to find a way to give this bullpen a lead, and you would hope that wouldn't be too much to ask. But, I mean, obviously the offense is a major concern, but I still maintain if you can just get this bullpen a lead more times than not, many more times than not, you're gonna win a game. So getting the lead is the key, though, and that's been obviously a big time struggle.
It's a good point, because in a different universe where the Padres are scoring just a few runs, we're talking about the pitching on this homestand. Padres gave up 27 runs in the 9 games. That's 3 runs a game against 3 really good offenses. The Dodgers, the A's with Nick Kurtz and Shea Langoliers, I mean, MVP candidates, at the top of their order. And then the Phillies with Schwarber and Harper and Trey Turner. Those are 3 really good offenses that did very little against the Padres on this homestand, but it was always enough to, generally win the games, because the Padres did even worse than the other teams did. And, give the pitching its credit for what they did on this homestand, just didn't translate into victories.
Yeah, look, guys, the pitching, to me, I mean, considering this is a team that's been without Pivetta, considering it's a team that's been without Joe Musgrove, I mean, the pitching has been really good, top to bottom. I mean, Buehler, I understand he hasn't been perfect, but you know what? Look at his last 4 starts. He's been fine, totally fine. Giolito's been relatively good. I know Canning has been up and down, but, for the most part, he's kept you right in the game. And obviously King had the rough outing the last time out, but he's been great otherwise. I mean, Randy, I know some of the underlying stuff, again, isn't great. And, he's been a little up and down, but again, is for the most part in Randy fashion, kept you in games. And then we know about the bullpen, what they are. Yeah, I mean, look, that is something to pull away, that this pitching staff as a whole, for the most part, is giving you chances to win games most nights. They really are. And you just feel like if this offense can figure it out a little bit and be just a little bit more productive than they've been, then, you should win a lot of games. You should win a good amount of games. And, look, it's still like kind of a tough spot. I mean, the record's still pretty good. They're still in a pretty good spot, but, it hasn't felt that way throughout because of the struggles of the offense, and you're sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop. So, hopefully this is, a 4-game skid and doesn't turn into a worse stretch with a bad road trip. We'll see.
Sammy, enjoy your off day. We will hear from you again tomorrow. Our Eco Water SoCal pregame show against the Washington Nationals is going to start at 2:45 in the afternoon on a Friday. So rush hour Friday with Sam Levitt tomorrow, getting ready for Padres baseball. Until then, have a good next 30 hours or so.
All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, buddy.
See ya.
See you, Sammy.
All right, before we do anything else, because I don't want to cross my heart and forget again, let's give away those tickets to the San Diego County Fair. If you want to be the 4th caller right now, 833-288-0973, you can win a 4-pack of tickets. The fair returning to the Del Mar Fairgrounds June 10th through July 5th. Get details on this year's event at sdfair.com and call now, 833-288-0973.
What's your, as a baseball viewer, would you rather watch bad pitching, bad defense, or bad offense?
That's a dilemma.
What's the worst for you?
It's right now. Your gut just goes, I can't watch
offense.
I can't watch any more of this struggling offense. But games with a ton of walks that last forever, and then you end up losing like 11-7.
Yep.
Those aren't any
or
fun.
A game full of errors.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, 2 outs. All right, there we go. Ground ball.
Yeah,
finally, out of the inning.
As it is,
Nope. Here we go again.
You can always envision. All right, well, they're only down 2-0. I mean, as Mud likes to say, maybe a little too often. Bloop and a blast.
Yeah, bloop and a blast.
Keep it in slam range.
Yeah.
You're always kind of in those games, and they're quick, and they're pitching, sharp, man. And they're fast paced.
I can't watching bad pitching night after night has got to be the most excruciating thing
really
of all time. And as a little league coach, bad defense makes you insane. But we don't play very bad defense at all. But Yeah, I think it's pitching. And I think for me personally, that's just my watching an offense like, hey man, there's plenty of balls that were hit that might have fallen. I can somewhat sit with that, but if you're up there whiffing, and they're whiffing a ton right now, they're striking out 11 times a game.
Huge problem. Which hasn't. And Craig Stammen was asked about it, the strikeouts, and he said, "Yeah, we're striking out too much now." The initial thought is always like, well, is everybody swinging for the fences? Is that what's going on? I don't know.
See it. I certainly don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think I see
Cardozo
that
Capital. This is so good. I've been meaning to bring this up. Craig foreshadowing the Big Four's performance in the Padres hype video this year. Tatis, Manny, Bogarts, and Merrill. We get the best of them, and there's nothing we can't do. Well, we can't hit because we're not getting the best of them. Every time I see that spot air right now, I'm like, could you have mentioned anyone else? Anyone else around anybody?
Well, at the time, they thought that was a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, you did. That's tough, man.
All right, we'll come back. We'll reset things. We got 1 hour left until our Epic Wings Padres roundtable. It will include Real or Fake. It will include Eno Sarris with some smart baseball. Hopefully, we'll have time for an MLB reach around as well.
We can always make time for an MLB
reach
all
around.
Coming up with Ben Woods on a Thursday on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, 2/3 of the way done here on Ben and Woods this morning. Welcome in on a Thursday. We've got the Epic Wings Epic Roundtable coming up soon. Uncle Teddy Leitner is going to be here, and I'm looking forward to not saying much, just letting him roll, because that's what Uncle Teddy does. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor.
Yeah, we got some fun topics, including the one I mentioned earlier. What's a shake-up move you might see the Padres make,
Are they
if
fun?
any, before tomorrow's game?
Is fun the right word?
Fun.
Fun. See, I have a different view of
Stimulating topics.
Titillating. They are tough to
Mildly interesting topics.
Mildly interesting is probably a better way to put
Warm
it.
takes.
Uncle Teddy's just going to be great. I mean, he's it'd be nice to be his radio partner. You just like this. I know. Right? For real.
Sir, you're a moron.
Crazy. That's crazy. You could just sit.
Here's a concept. Bite me.
Wouldn't have to do much at all.
One thing I was also planning on asking him, and you realize that, we get it all the time, that we're accused because we're the flagship of going easy on the team or protecting
one this morning
or star
2 o'clock this morning.
How did Uncle Teddy? So Uncle Teddy was doing, Channel 8 TV, known as the, one of the most outspoken television sportscasters ever, constantly saying things that would tick off players and management,
other teams.
But he was also a team broadcaster for decades, working for the San Diego Padres.
Right, team employee.
How did he handle?
How do you manage it?
The fans and the criticism and balancing those roles. I'm just, I'd love to hear him speak more on that as well.
Just for the record, I think they stink. They all stink. Just so you know.
Perfect.
All right, there you go.
Everybody stinks.
Yeah, everybody stinks
all the time.
Pretty much.
Fair enough. I don't know if we'll have time for it, but with the Padres taking on the Washington Nationals the next 3 days, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be relitigating the Juan Soto trade.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with CJ Abrams and James Wood both raking. I mean, Padres clearly could use some hitters like that in their lineup, but remember the domino effect of those trades as well. What the Padres got out of it.
You just can't go down that road.
You mean you can? They will. It happens.
You have to look back and go.
How long?
It's been 4 years.
Right.
But you can't evaluate really a trade until after several years have gone by and decide, is this something we should or should not have done? And I think that is an actual difficult question to answer. Padres didn't win a World Series with Juan Soto.
Correct, and that was the goal.
Which was the
goal.
So
it's a failure, right?
It was.
Hey,
but
the NLCS, that's more than the Nationals can say with Abrams, Gore, and Hassel, and Wood, and everybody else.
Yep. They also got not only, Juan Soto for a couple of years out of the deal, but then they turned Juan Soto into Michael King and Randy Vasquez, eventually Dylan Cease via Drew Thorpe. They've gotten a lot out of it as well. And I don't know, where would they be right now without Michael King, without Randy Vasquez? Even if they had CJ Abrams and James Wood, I don't know that this team would be winning more games. They might be winning less games at this point.
Yeah,
So
I mean, there's literally no way to tell. There's no way to tell. James Wood, CJ Abrams, good players. Somebody made a point in the chat. CJ usually starts off pretty hot, then kind of tapers off. James Wood strikes out a ton. I love James Wood. I think he's a great player. But yeah, you just never know. I mean, it'd be cool to see James Wood and Jackson Merrill out in the outfield together with Fernando Tatis Jr. when he used to play outfield. But now, I got some ideas for your shakeup topic, Ben. I think there's some interesting ones I've seen on Twitter. I'm racking my brain as a Padre fan. When's the last big shakeup we had?
Ooh, it's been a while.
Because we're more likely
to qualifies as a shakeup.
We're more likely to let someone.
I think things have to be going pretty bad.
Well, yeah, but hold on
to make a shakeup move.
This team, I feel, is more likely to let somebody rot on the bench for 6 months than to shake anything up, and I feel like they always have been. Campy was a little different. That was up and down last year. 21 whole ABs in the big leagues. Never thought we'd be sitting here almost June going, God, I miss Luis Campusano's bat in this lineup. But you do. You absolutely do. When's the last big shakeup? You're fired, middle of the season.
The last coach to be fired mid-season would have been Larry
Buddy Black.
Rothschild.
Coach.
Yeah. Was he? Yeah.
Because, right now everyone's talking about Souza. So have they fired a hitting coach? mid-season, maybe. I mean, I don't consider mid to late September to be really mid-season. Might as well be the end of the season at that point.
Mean, that's true. Like,
I don't remember when Rothschild was fired. I thought
Andy
it was like
Green got
summer.
fired right at the last week of the season and replaced by Pat Murphy. But that's long since the season was decided.
I mean, is anybody calling for Stammen's job seriously right now? I don't think so.
All I hear is praise for Craig Stammen.
Well, all I hear is Souza. That's really the only one.
Well, look, can we play that clip that, after the game yesterday? And I think this speaks well for Craig Stammen again. Jake Garriani from Channel 8 asked him about Steven Souza and the job he's doing when it comes to the hitters and what he's trying to do to get them out of their struggles. And this is what Craig Stammen had to say, and I was impressed by his answer.
Craig, there's been a lot of talk about Steven Souza Jr. kind of considering the struggles offensively. Can you kind of enlighten some of us just how much of a role he has with the approach on offense and during these struggles, what he's trying to do to change things up?
Yeah, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with him. This is the Padres hitting. This is the Padres organization and how we go about taking at bats. It's on all of us, and more specifically, probably on me. I'm the one in charge, and we've got to figure out a way to hit.
I mean, Manny essentially said the exact same thing in front of his locker yesterday.
Chastity
he said
the same.
It's not on him. He's not grabbing the
swinging.
bat and getting into the box. We are. It's on us. So I just, it's in this very tense and divisive world that we live in now. It's like everyone just has to argue. I understand if you've dug in, you're not going to change your opinion. But the players are all saying it. We're all saying it. The coaches are all saying it. Like, this is on the players, not on the hitting coach. And if you're still going to say, no, it's on Souza, like no one's going to change your mind at this point.
I don't think so either.
But every single player that has been asked about it has said, no, it's on us. So why can't we all just accept that and say, yeah, it's on them?
I just don't. And on no planet should a hitting coach get blamed for $20-30 million players failing. On no planet. No planet.
Yeah, if you're gonna nitpick at a hitting coach, if they're not getting, the guys at the bottom of the order, figure out ways to marginally make some of those guys a little bit better. But the stars are the stars.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around even.
I mean, if a field goal kicker misses a big field goal, you don't blame the special teams coach.
the kicking coach.
It's just, in what sport, if a guy misses a free throw, do you blame the head coach or another coaching staff member? Like,
it's wild.
I just don't understand it, but it feels like it's baseball more than any other sport.
And it's not, again, it's like I said the other day, I don't have any allegiance to Steven Souza Jr. I don't. I blame Manny. I blame Toddy. I blame Jackson. I blame, all the guys that aren't coming through. It's on them. It's on them. And Craig can sit up there all day and be like, it's on me to figure out. It's not. It's not on you. It's not on you. It's on your players to figure it out.
I do think Craig Stammen has a refreshing approach in that I don't think he cares that much about holding on to his job for dear life.
I really don't either.
I think he wants.
Either. He's like, all right.
I think he's a good guy. I think he wants the Padres to do well. I think his heart is fully in it, but he is not someone who is going to be like desperately trying to save his job. He doesn't care what people think of him as a manager. He just wants his players to do well, and he wants the team to do well. And I don't think he cares if this job lasts 2 years or 20 years.
Well, okay,
he's in the dugout for the San Diego Padres. He just wants the guys to be successful.
Well, listen. So QF Baby says, you think all the players are going to say, yeah, it's Souza's fault? Come on. We agree it's the players, but at some point there's got to be changes.
That's two different things.
It is.
I think we all can wrap our hand around. Like, if things don't change in the next week, I mean, I don't know how much longer than a week you would give even like Souza. Like, I don't think Stammen, and nothing's going to happen to him. I don't think he's getting fired, but I think whether it's his fault or not, at some point, you got to make a move just to make the move.
He was named the manager of the year favorite 2 days ago.
I don't care about any of that.
ESPN. I mean, he's not getting fired.
I'm talking about Souza.
It was Stammen, though. Yeah.
No, but listen.
I'm talking
Souza. Okay.
This offense was 18th in runs scored, 28th in home runs last year, 22nd in slug. They've been traditionally not great. And it was with a different hitting coach altogether who's found success with another team. Guys, at the end of the day, he takes the hitters take the bat. They're the ones that do the work. They're the ones that are trying to pick up tendencies. I mean, Souza and Cassidy said he gives us all the information. It's on us. And I just, you look at it and go, yeah, man, if you fire him, who do you want? Who's better? You want a guy with 10 years experience. Okay, why is he available in June? Why is he out there on the job market?
Yeah.
So that's nobody hired him, but we want him. All right, let's see. Maybe a fresh voice will change it.
Tony
right?
Gwynn Jr.
Tony Gwynn Jr. I'm sure Tony Gwynn Jr. would walk in and have some ideas, right? And I would probably listen to him. But at the end of the day, you have to implement what you get, the information. Are they getting the right information? They all say they are.
Let's bring back former Padres hitting coach Mark McGwire.
I mean, at some point, man, I don't know what it is. Hayden says they don't listen to Souza. Well, I don't know that because I'm not in their hitting meetings, but they all said he is giving them the right information. It's on them to turn it around. It is odd. I will concede the point that it's really odd that all the best hitters are like, we don't know how to hit anymore. It's very weird. Is it a crazy baseball coincidence, or is Steven Souza Jr. reworked all of their swings and made them way worse in 2 months? And at no point in that 2 month period did they go, screw this guy, I'm going back to what I know how to do. And that's how I got $30 million a year. That's how I got $20 million a year. No, I'm going to keep trusting this. I'm going to keep trusting it. No. I just, again, they're just slumping. It's the weirdest thing ever. So I just don't know. I don't know what it is.
I mean, when it comes to like the hitting coach specifically in baseball, for me, I always look at it as like, what is Steven Souza Jr. really going to tell Manny Machado?
That's what,
about it, like anything.
That was my big beef with Matt Berdar. Like
Manny hit over 350 in the show, 350 bombs in the show before Souza was ever working with him or a coach for him.
So
or
you're telling me
like that.
he bought in fully to the Steven Souza Jr. approach?
Mark McGwire was kind of an outlier. Usually, guys who were star Hall of Fame hitters don't become hitting coaches because they don't need to. It's like, why am I
wasn't a great hitting
why
coach,
am I going to take that job? No, he wasn't. Tony Gwynn, his hitters struggled often at San Diego State.
Yeah.
The greats don't necessarily know how to teach it to other people, which means the hitting coaches tend to be players who weren't as good as the guys who were there coaching. That's just the fundamental truth of baseball. So it is always that dynamic.
Yep.
All right, we've got a couple minutes here before Real or Fake. Let's get to a quick MLB reach around for the rest of baseball.
They're doing the
reach around.
They're doing the
reach around.
Everybody's doing the
reach around. As we mentioned, the Dodgers are taking advantage of the Padres' struggles to pull away, at least right for now, in the National League West. Yesterday, Shohei Ohtani, not a bad day, hit a home run. Also threw 6 no-hit innings.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He did give up an earned run because he walked 4. He was mad because he says, my command was terrible.
Yeah.
But they still beat the Rockies 4-1. Dodgers are now rolling, of course, against the Rockies. Not as hard to do. And the Diamondbacks have taken advantage of the Rockies and the Giants. They completed another sweep of the Giants. They're second in 2 weeks with a 3-2 win. They go 11-2 on that stretch against Colorado and San Francisco.
That's what you need.
San Francisco and Colorado have been pushed to the bottom. Padres and Diamondbacks now tied for second in the National League West, and both now tied for first in the wild card standings in the National League. The Cubs finally ended their 10-game losing streak. They needed that badly. They beat the Pirates 10-4. The Guardians avoided a sweep, so Washington won't come into their Padres series with a 5-game winning streak because their 4-gamer was snapped, a 3-2 loss to Cleveland yesterday. Dustin May, tough one for him. Remember the no-hit bid in Anaheim by JT Ginn of the A's?
Yep.
This one wasn't quite the same, but Dustin May took a no-hitter into the 8th, 1-0 lead, but ended up taking the loss to the Brewers, who scored 2 in the 8th, 2-1, as Milwaukee completes. They are a pesky team,
they are
the Milwaukee Brewers, aren't they?
Pesky, yep.
The Seattle Mariners are now in first place in the American League West. They still have a losing record, but they are now in first place as they beat the A's 9-1 yesterday. The Blue Jays got the 11th home run of the year from Kazuma Okamoto, who all I remember everyone saying is, this guy's terrible. He's not adjusting.
11 homers.
He'd be leading the Padres in home runs.
I'd kill.
And the Blue Jays beat the Marlins 2-1. Gunnar Henderson hit 2 home runs. Baltimore playing better. They completed a sweep of the Rays 11-2. Nice series for the Orioles. The Tigers had 5 pitchers combined on a 2-hitter as they shut out the Angels 4-0. The Red Sox also with the shutout. Connolly early with 7 shutout innings and an 8-0 win over the Braves. Pretty impressive to shut down that offense. Juan Soto hit a home run for the Mets, his 12th. They beat the Reds 4-2. Chase Mydroth from USD had a grand slam as the White Sox continue to play pretty well. They beat the Twins 15-2. Yankees, Garrett Cole in his second start, looking Garrett Cole like 6 2/3 shutout innings, 4 hits, and 10 strikeouts, no walks in a 7-0 win over the Royals. And Yordan Alvarez, 2 home runs. He's got 20 now.
2 home runs.
Astros beat the Rangers 4-3.
He hit 2 home runs yesterday, 2 home runs the day before. That's fun. What's that like?
Could be someone who is on the trade block if the Astros decide to wave the white flag. But again, I mentioned that division is being led by a team with a sub-500 record. So they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination right now, but an interesting name to keep an eye out as we get closer to the trade deadline.
All right.
All right, there's your MLB reach around. When we come back, we're going to play a little Real or Fake on a Throwback Thursday. If you'd like to be our contestant, try to qualify for the grand prize getaway to Las Vegas, you can call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Real or Fake, and then Eno Sarris coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
97 through the fans, brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts, trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Eno Sarris going to join us in just a couple of minutes from The Athletic with some smart baseball. But right now, it is time to play a Throwback Thursday game of real or fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
Marco is going to try to qualify for the grand prize, the $500 gift card to the Westgate Las Vegas. Book your no resort fees package right now at westgatelasvegas.com. Hello, Marco. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing well.
buddy.
Let's see if we can get you a win here. 4 out of 7 right in Real or Fake, which is brought to you by Bay Alarm. Security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. You got your phone a friend with Woods over here. Let's play our game. All right, this week, Marco, you'll remember, Limber Santa joined 1892 star Bumpus Jones as the only pitchers to throw a no-hitter in their MLB debut. Of course, Santa was just the final relief pitcher for the Astros, but it counts. So inspired by Bumpus Jones, I have a list of pitchers who threw no-hitters in the early days of Major League Baseball over 100 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Your job is to pick out the real names and weed out the fakes. Yep.
Who would know these?
We got well, it's a guessing game, really. So you just have to kind of figure it out here as we go. Marco, you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm already.
All right, let's go. Round number.
He sounds thrilled.
Round number 1. Real, no-hitter, or fake? Orville Higgins. Real or fake? Orville Higgins. Marco, I need an answer.
Fake.
Fake. Fake. Very good. All right, you've got 1 correct.
You're an
And
egomaniac, by the way.
Let's go to round number 2.
Yeah, really.
Ben Orville.
Let's start calling him Orville.
Round number 2. Liddell Titcomb. Real or fake?
Ben.
Liddell Titcomb.
Are you looking on your phone? You have to answer quicker.
Oh, sorry. I'm driving by the mountains in Rancho Santa Fe.
Oh, God.
It's beautiful.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just enjoying the view. Liddell Titcomb. Real
Liddell
or fake?
Titcomb.
No-hitter.
Did you say fake?
Fake. That one's real.
Titcomb.
Titcomb.
Amazing.
Liddell Titcomb. All right, we got 1-1. Let's go to round number 3. Dick Burns.
Are you
real Titcomb?
Or fake? You're
Dick Burns.
Is this my influence, Paulie, by the way? It is. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
Oh, my God.
Marco, we need an answer.
Marco, do you know how the game works?
Fake. That's real. There's nothing. I'm just taking names off the list of no-hitters, like Liddell Titcomb and Dick Burns. They have really thrown no-hitters.
I've never wanted to gouge my eyes out more at a real or fake game.
Round number 4. Noodles Hahn. Real or fake no-hitter, Marco? Noodles Hahn.
Fake.
Fake.
That one's real too. All right, we need to get it going here because I think you need to get these last 3 correct, or you're going to be eliminated. Let's go to round number 5. Nixie Callahan, real or fake no-hitter? Okay. Nixie Callahan. Marco?
Let's go fake.
Real. I did not make up many of these names. They're almost all real. It's game over. I'm sorry, Marco. Thank you for playing. Woods, Pud Galvin.
Pud?
What?
Pud.
Pud Galvin. Real, absolutely.
It's one of my favorite insults to call you. You're such a pud.
Titcomb. Silas McTeague.
Fake.
Titcomb. The real ones, all with no-hitters, are Liddell Titcomb, Dick Burns, Noodles Hahn, Nixie Callahan, and Pud Galvin. Dick Burns. They all threw no-hitters in Major League Baseball.
Don't forget Boobs McGee also threw one in 1850.
Titcomb.
I needed that so bad.
these are actual pitchers in Major League Baseball with no hitters. Didn't make these up. These are real.
Schlong Johnson as well. He came so close.
Oh, Ben, thanks for coming to the doctor's office today. What seems to be the problem?
Dick Burns.
Wally. My stomach. Oh, God, it hurts. Oh, man, it's so good.
They really didn't care back then.
They really didn't, actually. They really didn't. I couldn't care less. Oh, my God, I'm dead. I'm so good. It's so good.
Dick Burns.
Titcomb will live
We will be asking Eno. We will be asking Eno Sarris about Liddell Titcomb's Stuff Plus.
We should have played it with him. He'd be like, "Oh, him? Oh, he was 28 and 40 and like, oh, it's elite."
Titcomb.
Oh my God, be so good. Oh, thank you, Paulie.
All right, we will take a time out. When we come back, Eno with some smart baseball broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, SDFatLoss.com is how I lost the weight. 40 pounds in 60 days. That sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? Yeah, I was. Are you impressed with my massive weight loss? Well, you can actually copy my success by following the program at SDFatLoss.com. Sign up for your free consultation right now, and your counselor, your coach, will tell you how the program works. It's based on real foods that help you jumpstart your metabolism and change your life, essentially. You're eating real foods, not shakes or bars, like chicken, steak. I had a lot of that, vegetables, some like ahi tuna. Those were kind of my regular meals while I was losing the weight, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days with no exercise and no injections. A lot of people go in the GLP-1 route. You want to look into it, that's fine, but I will warn you, it's expensive. You have to stay on it to keep the weight off, and you're going to lose some muscle. It's not fat loss. It's a lot of muscle loss as well. So you're going to lower your metabolism. If you want something that's sustainable, I've kept the weight off. SDFatLoss.com is the way to go. And right now, when you sign up during their spring special, you can still take $200 off the program. Get in shape before it really gets warm here in like August in San Diego. Brand new you in less than 2 months by going to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Eno Sarris is going to join us, just for those who want to know more about Liddell Titcomb. He played for the Philadelphia Quakers, Philadelphia A's, New York Giants, and Rochester Broncos.
Bounced around a little.
In his major league career. Threw his no-hitter for the Broncos against the Syracuse Stars in 1890, 7-0 shutout. Stars fans immediately called for the firing of their hitting coach. And then he spent a couple of years in the minor leagues after that with the Rochester Hop Bitters, the Providence Clam Diggers of the Eastern Association. So there's
you had no hitter by a little more,
It was actually, he was called up at the end of that season. His two good seasons were 1888 and 1889. He was mostly in the minor leagues in 1890, but they called him up in September. He threw that no-hitter.
Yeah, fantastic.
Gave him a legendary status and a spot in our Real or Fake game today.
Really well done.
All right, this is what happens, when the Padres offense plays like
we will
talk
to Eno Sarris right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
National City, the 5 northbound before 54 east on ramp. Expect brake lights on and off. Northbound, once you're past the 163, your ride should clear up. I'm Fonseca with San Diego traffic.
Traffic brought to you by Park 101 in Carlsbad. Watch our boys take on Washington this weekend. San Diego baseball lives at Park 101. Watch our boys take on Washington while enjoying game day specials like $5 Estrella Jalisco's, $10 bats, $6 wells, plus green tea and screwball all game long. Big screens, big fun. Park 101, downtown Carlsbad.
It's time for the super polished, yet to be named Smart Baseball Weekly segment with Eno Sarris, son of a bitch. Brought to you by 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from the ballpark, by the bay in Chula Vista.
Eno can give us some Stuff Plus numbers on Liddell Titcomb.
I'm sure he
can. Who was the son of Joe Titcomb and Fanny Titcomb, and was married to Peg Titcomb.
He cannot stop. We're talking about no hitters, and Yeah, I challenge that you probably have heard his name before. His nickname was Cannonball. Cannonball.
Well, actually,
Titcomb.
so no one called him that during his career. Apparently, that was a posthumous nickname that a writer gave him. Cannonball Titcomb.
Oh, okay. I had not heard of that.
All right.
They played a different game in 1890.
They did.
They did.
I wonder if I could have raked in 1890. I'm not kidding. I wonder it every day. With 6'1", 230, like would I have just mashed in 1880? I think the shine ball would have gotten me probably more than once. But well, thanks for joining us, my friend. I know Paulie greeted you with a text that said, all right, so here's like 8th week in a row or something we want to talk about the Padres offense. We really don't. I mean, if you have anything else you want to talk about,
literally anything.
It's such a dead horse at this point, but there's no end in sight seemingly to the futility of this offense right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. Even if you park adjust, because we know that park is tough. It's the 3rd worst offense in baseball. So
Crazy.
I guess the only good news is that the wins are banked. So you just got to get going.
Yeah.
Win some games differently in the future.
But that stockpile of wins is getting lower,
dwindling.
Smaller and smaller now.
I did make the point in our text thread yesterday that I don't remember a Padres season that didn't include like a god-awful stretch. I mean, the 84 Padres, the 98 Padres, they always, at some point in the season, look like the worst team in baseball. And I don't know, is that your experience as well? That every team pretty much goes through some rough stretches. It's a long baseball season. Question is, how quickly can you pull out of them? And, how much can you minimize them coming back later in the year?
Well, how often is it 4 stars, that are slumping at the same time?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. You can't. There's no blanket assessment, Like even last year, there was things where like, oh, the whole team is letting it travel. Maybe that's not great. But there's no blanket assessment this year. It seems to be a different problem for everybody. And I don't have answers for you. I will tell you that like for example, Manny Machado. People make a lot of his batting average right now. Last year he had 2 months where he hit 200 as well. So I think people underestimate.
Misunderestimate.
They underestimate how bad even really great players can be for stretches. So I hesitate to tell you which month Manny Machado hit 200 last year, though.
Why?
August and September.
Oh, yeah, great.
I mean,
usually heats up in June.
I guess if you could tell us and guarantee
like 4 straight months
that he's going to have now 4 great months to finish the season, we'd be all happy. And we'd say, yeah, I'd rather have you struggle early in the season than late in the season. But of course, we know that there's no guarantee that Manny is going to have 4 great months now because he's gotten his 2 bad months out of the way.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, he's still got 9 homers, and it just seems to be things like he just locks in at some point. And he does get white hot, and it is too early. Like people are saying that he lost bat speed, man, he has, but I don't think he has because first of all, the lost bat speed is 0.3, and 0.3 miles per hour with a different contact point. He has not lost bat speed.
Interesting.
So, he's lost some bat speed since 2023, but that's going to happen as you age.
Yeah.
But since last year, he hasn't. So he at least theoretically can hit 275 with 27 homers like he did last year.
And as you pointed out, in a recent piece, Manny has faced about the toughest pitching of any player in baseball this year. The Padres as a whole have faced really tough pitching, and my first instinct is, well, they're all tough pitchers. It's Major League Baseball. Yeah. But you actually say that does make a noticeable difference, especially over the first 2 months of the season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, did you face the Brewers and get Jacob Mizorowski, or did you get Chad Patrick?
Right.
And so they have faced the best stuff plus in baseball. And some of it's divisional because the Giants and Padres have faced great pitchers. So some of it might just be, the Dodgers have great pitchers, some of them. But the schedule tends to even out, and that's part of the story. I mean, you just look at the different things that he does, that Manny's doing. Tatis is still swinging the bat 74, 75 miles an hour. The fewest amount of homers that anybody that has hit in 600 plate appearances that swings the bat 75 miles an hour is 20.
Wow.
So I know it's making me tear my hair out, dude. Like I feel it, because not so much on the fan level. I'm like on the analytic level. I'm like, how can he not have a homer by now? Like it's like it boggles my mind. Like every day I'm like, okay, this is the day. And there's all these there's a growing thing of social media of people. Today is the day Tatis is going to hit a homer. And I'm
every
like,
day.
oh, don't do it.
I know.
It's just going to make it worse.
No, every single day. Yeah, we've talked park adjusted factors before. Petco's not as bad as it used to be, I guess. We see plenty of teams come in here and hit the ball out of the ballpark all the time. They just haven't been able, for whatever reason, to figure out the secret sauce to, winning and being a consistent offense, I guess, at Petco Park yet. So your guess is as good as anybody's at this point. Keep grinding, trying to figure it out. But as far as the pitching goes for the Padres, I mean, we all kind of feel it's been good, good enough, and they've kept you in a lot of games. What's your assessment of the pitching staff?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I think that there's a little bit of pressure on Pivetta to come back good, because they filled in the back. Canning looks serviceable, and Buehler, has his days. Randy can be a 3, and King still got it most days. So just to put Pivetta in there in the top 3 for September and potentially October, that's going to be pretty important. So I do hope that Pivetta's injury heals up well, and it's not a precursor to a bigger deal. That's the only thing I've got. I mean, this bullpen is on pace to be the best bullpen ever. You can't really pace out wins above replacement that way, but I love the fact that there are rumors now connecting them to Aroldis Chapman.
Which we've seen AJ Preller do the old let's add to his strength bit, and sometimes it works, but you will have to replace someone in your bullpen if you add another piece or two. And right now the Padres, even their back end guys, Yuki Matsui has yet to give up a run. Wandy Peralta is on a almost month-long scoreless streak. I mean, it's not just the top guys now, it's the depth as well that has been really good. But is there a way for the Padres to take advantage of that? Other than, if they're not getting leads, that bullpen is neutralized pretty much, because there hasn't been any leads to protect over the last, week and a half.
I mean, this is controversial because you can tire out your bullpen and reduce the strength of it. But there are some interesting pieces on the back end where I guess I would take the starters out earlier. If I'm talking about Canning, Giolito, and Buehler, get 3 innings, 4 innings out of them, and then identify some guys like, if it's Kyle Hart or Yuki Matsui or somebody that can get 4 outs, and get you into the actual back end of the bullpen. That is a strategy, but you can tire out your bullpen, which is a strength. And you don't necessarily want to do that when you get to October.
But you still have David Morgan, Logan Gillespie in the minor leagues who have been, throwing really well and have good stuff. So I think what hurts the Padres a little bit is you don't have those unlimited roster moves anymore where you can just kind of shuttle a 10 or 11 guy bullpen up and down from AAA all season long, because you run out of those moves as the year progresses.
Yeah. You have only so many times you can option a guy up and down. And that's why, I think they're treating, the back end starters, mostly the starters, letting them go 5, sometimes getting into some trouble at the end of their outings. But, a lot of the rules changes, the 3 batter minimum and the number of times you can option a player do keep you from doing stuff that people used to do. I mean, do you remember September rules? The way they used to be.
Yeah.
Like the September rules used to be so crazy, where you could just have like basically your 40-man roster in the big leagues, and the Brewers used to just have like 1 million relievers.
Smart.
And yeah, and so that stuff's out the door a little bit, and so yeah, there's not too much you can do, and you have to just hope that Pavetta's healing up, and that the Buehler, Canning, Giolito brigade gets you there.
Eno, appreciate it as always. Have a good week. We'll plan to talk to you again next Thursday.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Smart Baseball with Eno Sarris. All guests on Ben Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And that brings us pretty much to the end of our quick time for a spin. I like that.
Got to switch it up. It's been negative and not super fun today.
I've had some fun.
That last segment was very fun.
That was great. Titcomb.
I will probably just take myself away from this question. Topic Wheel asks, what is the best single piece of advice you would give a new parent? If you had one thing to share with them, what would you give them?
Bank your sleep whenever you can get it.
Mine would be go easy on yourself. Have grace with yourself.
If the baby is sleeping, you should be sleeping.
Nap when they nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still try to do that now. And they don't nap as much, so I try to force them. And they don't really listen, but hey, I'm going to put them down for a nap, and then I'm going to also nap.
Kids are kind of like baseball teams. Don't try to figure them out too much.
Please don't.
Because, well, just when you think you do, they'll change completely, and you'll feel frustrated and flummoxed again.
Correct. And again, go easy on yourself, because it's really, really hard. So don't beat yourself up if your kid does something or isn't doing the right thing, or I guess eating dinner like a normal person. Try to go easy on yourself. That's my number one piece of advice. And, listen, the parents that care and they want, those are it's hard for parents that care. It's easy for parents that don't care. Parenting's a joke. If you don't really care about what goes on and you're handing your kid off or whatever, like, it's pretty simple. But if you care, it's really tough.
First reaction should always be patience, but sometimes that doesn't work. So then you have to get somewhere else, but don't let your emotions take over.
Embrace the chaos. You have to. You have no choice but to be like, oh my God, look at this pit that we're in right now. This is amazing. I texted my wife this morning. I'm embracing the chaos at 2:00 this morning when I woke up.
That is it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. for a full 4 hours on a Friday.
Wow.
A Friar Friday, Management Report Friday. Are we to the point where we can tease our management report guest? Maybe, possibly. Not to yet.
Well,
if it comes together, someone that we're looking forward to talking to.
Absolutely.
I will say that. But we'll look for details on social media, or we'll have them for you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I saw Teddy Leitner is in the building. He's over in the sound space. We will join him for our commercial-free Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable, coming up in less than 6 minutes at the top of the hour. Until then, for Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Thursday. See you over at the Roundtable next year on 97.3 The Fan.